Okay, so joining me on the line is Mick Dixie Conway, the man behind Live Radio Central. Welcome to the show, Mick.
Hi, Aaron. How are you tonight?
All good, Mick. All good. Glad to have you on the show, man. How's your day going?
Cheers.
All right, Mick. So I suppose we can start at the beginning for those who are new here. So how did Live Radio Central start?
Oh, you're going to laugh at this one, Aaron, because it started in a creche.
Oh, my.
Myself and Jim Fitzgibbon got together one night and we put on a live show using all the gear that we hadn't had the chance to use because we were locked down for a certain amount of weeks. We pulled it together in his sister's creche.
Oh, nice.
We put a live show together. We streamed it, and we got a great response to it. So I think the idea kind of was born from that. Within, I suppose, the space of week and a half, we had a new website and we were starting to do some podcasts. So yeah, it just started growing from that.
Wow, that's very good. And Mick, as well, what makes Live Radio Central different than any other radio station on the internet?
Well, I suppose there's a couple of different elements to it, Aaron. I suppose the live performances, I would be the one that would stand out for me. But I think the whole thing about it is that we've had a good lot of DJs on there, and we've added a lot of diversity to the shows that we've done over the space of a few months. Not only have we done proper live broadcasts, but we've done live podcasts. We've done pre-recorded podcasts. We've done pre-recorded live shows and made them go live. And we've done some very good interviews. We've done different things. It's diversity, I suppose, is the word. And I suppose then again there's a diversity in all the DJs as well.
Yeah, and I saw that you done a live video there recently at a gym as well. So you're kind of getting Live Radio Central more out and about as well, aren't you?
Yeah, that was actually really good. We were all invited to Parallel Fitness, the Open in New Ross here. It was only in the last couple of days. And we were just asked to DJ as normal up on the balcony while I suppose they were having their opening night and they were starting their classes.
Oh,
and
wow.
That was really good. It was good exposure for us as well, which is good. And I think the key to this, I suppose, Aaron, the key to the whole thing is about the younger guys taking part in this as well, and we have various amount of ages within the group, but it's key that the young guys are there, and to be honest with you, they're actually lighting up the show. So
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, you kind of let the old folk kind of step aside and let the younger folk just kind of get into it.
Yeah, well look, I mean, we're not dead yet.
That's it, Mick.
We're not dead yet, but in fairness, we've had younger guys come in. Some of them 18, 19, 20, 22, and they've really put it up to us. And I suppose if we were to go back to some of the events that we done in the previous months, they were very very well much part of it, and it wasn't, and nothing was out of sorts there. We all fitted in nicely together. The taste and the love of music, I think, is the same with everybody. So I think that's the key to it as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Mick, as well, we recently learned as well that Facebook are to drop live streaming as well. That's including music, and but you're in the process as well of developing an app. So tell us about the app, Mick.
Well, I suppose first things first, Aaron. The development of the app was kind of always the primary focus. It was never really about using Facebook. I think the thing about using Facebook is that there's an audience there, and it's I suppose it's the easiest platform to use at the moment.
Yeah.
You can understand, I suppose, in certain ways why they're doing it. The protection of artists have been there for so many years, but again, it was a great platform for us to use that because there was an audience there, and I suppose you feel a little bit hard done by because what we've done is that we've given up our time voluntary to I suppose keep people entertained through the lockdown, and we've done it for a long time. We've done it now. We're going into our 6th or 7th month at this now, and you feel a little bit aggrieved because we've put an awful lot of time into not just playing music, but we've put a lot of time into the shows as well. However, there's a rule there. We need to abide by it, and the construction of this app has always been there. so that's kind of the reason why we're doing that. It's not really solely to do with Facebook shutting us down. It was always part of the concept of Live Radio Central.
Yeah, what I find most with Facebook is Facebook has a thing where it kind of reaches a lot more people compared to other platforms where you have Mixcloud, which that's a brand new service as well. Are you aware of Mixcloud as well, Mick?
Yeah, I am. And look, not to knock it, but I mean, at the end of the day, all these platforms are great unless you have an audience. You can, unless you have an audience, it doesn't mean anything. You can use them all day long. But if your audience are not there, what's the point? Facebook has the audience. At the end of the day, if you start broadcasting on Facebook, they're with you within seconds. And I mean, I've often broadcasted. I've seen the lads Jim broadcast or whoever broadcast, and you could have 20, 25 people on there within the space of 20 seconds. So that's the real beauty of Facebook. Okay, unfortunately, we won't be able to use that anymore. But there is ways to promote to that audience. Still use our Facebook page and promote to that audience and get them across onto the new platform, because the new platform is effectively where this thing needs to escalate and grow. Yeah,
I agree with you. Now, Mick, you mentioned podcasts. And will the podcasts stay, or are they going to be replaced with just live streams only when the app is released?
No. We're going to have both, or the option to do both. But the real beauty about it, Aaron, is that when you broadcast live, the app will automatically save that live performance as a podcast to go back and view. So if somebody is following you and, they just don't have the opportunity with work or whatever it is to tune into you at a certain time, they can go back to the show, similar to what it does in Facebook. And the show will always be there to watch. It will be saved as a podcast. The only thing is, the only beauty about our one is that it'll never be muted. So they can listen to it in full from start to finish, and it won't be muted. But no, that's effectively what we're trying to do is we're trying to, without changing the whole schematics of it, of how the listeners listen to this or to view this. End of the day, what's going to happen here with this app is they're going to get a notification similar to what they're doing now.
Yeah.
They're going to come into a live stream similar like what they're doing now with Facebook. They can comment and engage with it using their Facebook credentials, and they can go back to it later on if they want. They can share it on a Facebook page. The only thing we'll be missing from Facebook now is the actual live feed. It will be a shared video, the thumbnail video of whoever is presented, and then that will help them redirect to our platform, which is web-based. Not just the native app, it's actually web-based. So every performance on that app is going to be web-based. It will be just contained within a native app.
Nice. So the app, that will be stable then on Windows, Mac, iOS and Android, all platforms?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it will be available to download on all platforms, and to be regularly updated as well for bug fixes and whatever. And then obviously any new suggestions that the public bring to us. I'm sure obviously the agenda here is to capture a bigger clientele in terms of DJs across the country. That was the concept of Live Radio Central. It's about getting as many DJs under the one umbrella as we can.
Yeah.
To invite them in, get them to use it as a platform, not just a platform to perform, but a platform to engage with other DJs, to talk to the likes of us, to talk to the likes of DJs in the country, and then also, to kind of sell themselves, so they can get themselves out there to potential bars or club owners or whatever it is, and they can use it as an advertising tool on what they do. Why not? At the end of the day,
it's there. You may as well take advantage of it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a DJ and you're playing live, the first thing you'll do when you enter the door is check in. You'll check into wherever you're playing. You'll post a load of pictures on Facebook, or you'll put up a load of Snapchats about the fact that you're there or whatever it is. So this is it's a similar thing. It's a way of sharing the fact that you're in a location, or you're DJing in a location or whatever it is. But yeah, it has the same concept as Facebook, but obviously it's our own platform.
Very good. Now, Mick, say if you're doing a live stream now, or if someone else is on and they wanted to join Live Radio Central, so how would they go about joining Live Radio Central?
Well, there's going to be a couple of levels as the download of this, obviously, yeah. So basically, there will be the general public who will be able to download this app for free, yeah. Obviously, we want the listeners to be able to tune here without having to pay for it. But I think the key to it is that if there is genuine people out there, like DJs, who want to use this platform, they're going to have to, contribute to it.
Yeah.
So there will be a level, there will be a fee, obviously, to use this. It will be quite small. I can't tell exactly how much it's going to be at the moment, but it will be quite small. But it will be a way for somebody to buy into a forum, a pot of DJs, contacts, mixing new with experience. How many bedroom DJs are out there in the country that have never played outside their bedroom? I'm sure there's thousands out there, yeah?
There's loads, yeah.
So that's kind of what we're after. We're after that. We want to find those. We want to get them out, and we want them to make them part of the Live Radio Central forum. That's to produce shows. Obviously, there's going to be some really experienced guys out there can join this and become part of a scheduled team for Live Radio Central on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Now, the other objective I'd have for it is that we could run shows all day long, every day. Now, you've seen that as being part of the team for the last couple of months, that it's very hard to do shows every day and to push a consistent schedule in place to perform. But if we have enough people and they're good enough, and they meet not just the DJing profile, that they actually they have some sort of broadcasting finesse or whatever you want to call it. Those are the guys that will become part of the schedule. So it'll be in their best interest to come on there and not just use it as a gimmick just to get on there and perform and hopefully become part of something bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of early days and just kind of see where it kind of goes from there then, isn't it really?
Well, it is, yeah. And look, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, Aaron. There's been, I suppose practically 8 or 9 DJs here involved in this. And, I think it's at 1.2 million views since the 9th of April. If you had said that to me in the crash on Monday, the 9th of April, that's in September, there'd be 1.2 million people after listening to your show. They would have said you were crazy.
Yeah,
but
what do you want?
That's just the reality of it. But that comes down to having, we've had some seriously good shows, and every single presenter on this platform has been out of this world. Has been class,
Yeah, well, from the beginning to now, I think, Mick, you've come a long way, to be honest. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, Mick, and the very best of luck as well with what you have planned ahead with the app. And I certainly look forward to it as well.
Yeah, and listen, it's been great having you on board, and thanks you for bringing a whole new angle to it as well. So it's great, and there's more people out there like you, and we're looking for them if you're listening.
Well, I kind of should have introduced you as boss, I suppose, at the beginning of the show, shouldn't I? There, but Mick, thanks so much as well for your time as well. It was always great to talk to you.
You're welcome, Aaron. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Mick. Bye bye.